Okay, I just wanted to give you guys an update on some of the things we plan on doing on the V8 4Runner. Hammer that subscribe button and tap that like button. So as far as the lift and the tires and wheels go on the V8 4Runner, when I first bought this vehicle, I found a deal on some BFGs and I put those on the stock rims, and it was rubbing a little bit, so I knew I was going to have to do a lift. And so I took it over to my buddy Daniel at a local Toyota specialty shop, and I was originally just going to do an inexpensive lift, with some lifting blocks and that kind of a thing. But we ended up, it had the X-Race suspension on it, and so that kind of made it more difficult. So ended up just going with a 3-inch Eibach all the way around, just kind of a minimal lift. I don't know if you might be able to see it in there. And so I rode on that for a while on the BFGs, and then I got stuck in the field at the farm on those skinny tires, and so I knew it was time to do something different. So everybody was saying it was going to be difficult to do 35s, but I don't know what they're talking about. So I bought I got the 35s, which are Ironman All Countries. These are a 315 75 R16. They're right at 35 inches, and they're on a 16-inch Pro Comp rim. These are 16 by 10s, and so the foot on this, the width is about 13.5 inches. So I haven't got stuck yet on these. So when we put these on, of course I had to do some trimming on the body mount down here, and some trimming on the fender wells around here. This is one of the things I want to bring it back in for, and kind of make this a little bit nicer, but we just did a pie slice out and put the lip back into it to clear the 35s. It doesn't rub anywhere. When I first did it, it was rubbing on the water bottle up in there. I've got a smaller water bottle to put in it. It's never rubbed in the back at all, but I don't do any hard off-roading with this. Basically just a little bit of mud in the field is about it. I've towed a 23-foot camper and a 14-foot trailer loaded many times with this setup, and it doesn't rub in the back, and it's never gave any problems. So my plan is to bring this back in this winter and kind of bring it to the next level. I'll show you a few of the things I'm planning on doing. I plan on putting it down for maybe 2 or 3 months to do everything that I want to do. Should have the Cherokee back on the road by then. It is finally in the paint booth, starting to get paint, and so I'll be in that, and that'll be my daily driver more than likely, while this is in the shop having different things done to it. I'm not going to do a full repaint or anything like that, but I am probably going to repaint the bumpers and the fender flares. It's got quite a few little chips that have came up. I'm basically just going to touch a few areas up on the Amazon. One thing I want to do is I want to mold this fender flare in, do a nice plastic repair on this, remove it, do hot staples behind it, do a repair, and smooth this out. Also on this front bumper, I'm going to pull it and do it and make this look much better. I need to tidy up on these running boards where I never finished this out. I'll show you on the angle on the other side where I did an angle cut right here, but I want to get the angle cut done on it and put the caps back on there and get the light back in there and get that looking proper. See, I had it mostly done over here. Had a little angle cut done back on the running board and had that back on there, but I need to get this light back in there, so that's part of what I plan on doing. And the same thing back here on these flares. Now, this front part of this flare, this never had to be touched right here, but on the rear bumper right here, where we just did a pie cut out and folded that lip back into it, and you see I just shot some screws in here. I want to smooth this back in and repaint the rear bumper and make that look right. And this has always bothered me right here, this lip that sticks out on the quarter panel, this pinch weld, you know, sticks out beyond the flare right here. Even though, surprisingly, it has never rubbed the tire right here at all. I just don't like it sticking out like that, so I'm going to trim that off and make that look better. Redo some of the silver around it. I am going to fix this dent on the back right here. I may repaint the hatch, redo the emblems, and get those back looking good. And then it needs some things on the interior addressed. Mostly the driver's seat. The leather's starting to get shabby. I mean, it does have 250,000 miles on it, and this vehicle is 20 years old this year, so really it's held up quite well. But it's getting shabby. I've got a quote on redoing both front seats back in the leather. And I think what I'm going to do is do a green insert in the center, you know, with the original color on the outside, back in leather. And then on the back seats, they're still in good shape. There's one little tear up in a headrest, but these are not dry or anything. I am going to start putting some of this leather protected on there, you know, try to get them soft and, you know, make sure they stay soft. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the green that they use, I'm going to have it matched, and I'm going to re-dye this insert so that it's green in the middle, and get the interior kind of freshened to back up. It's due a better stereo and some things, and so that's just part of what we're thinking about doing this winter. So when I first got this vehicle, I took it over to Daniel at Boozer Built, and I had him handle some basic maintenance issues on it. He's a Toyota certified mechanic and particularly specializes in Land Cruisers, you know, likes the 4Runners, GX, and that type of thing. So I took it over there to him, and we did all brand new Toyota brakes, you know, and rotors all the way around it. And I had him check all of the differentials, change the fluid, you know, transmission, all those basic kind of things. I knew I was going to be in this for a while, and so I had him go over everything to make sure this thing was good for the road. And at that time we checked the timing belt on it, and it didn't have any obvious cracks or anything, and it seemed like the timing belt was in good shape. I have put 50,000 miles on it since then, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, this thing's going to go back to Daniel and Austin, and we're going to bring this thing to the next level.